Big up the Mendem. Welcome to Pitch Picks. Today is the UCL recap and the Matchweek 24 preview. And before we start coming at each other's throats, pause. Can we all appreciate how amazing yesterday was? 18 Champions League games starting all at the same time. We had 7 TVs with 7 football matches in the middle. We had the Gol Azul channel, which I found out is like the red zone of Champions League. What, Rudy? Did I fuck that up? Gol Azul? Don't
correct him. Don't correct him. I like that. I like the way he says it.
Like, I can't even get I can't get anything right.
Golazo.
Golazo.
Yeah, Golazo is awesome.
Jeeps.
I can't say it wrong.
I
tried to say it wrong.
Golazo.
Yeah, you got it. You nailed it.
Fucking hell. I can't do the English.
Golazo.
God damn. Anyway, that was amazing. If they did that every single week, I do think that world football could be a top 4 sport in America. Is that a crazy take?
No, I mean,
because we had the whole gambling cave filled with people that don't even watch soccer. We had Big Cat, Jersey Jerry, fucking Chuck, Hank. Everyone was in there just watching ball. Shane, Ebo, and it was electric. It felt like March Madness for world football.
They should do that, I think, every Saturday for the Prem, which I would like maybe one game on Sunday, one late game on Saturday, and the other 8 games right in that Saturday 9:00 a.m. Chicago time window.
It makes it easier for fans.
Totally.
Yeah, it's better to because it's hard to space the games out.
It makes it good for guys with girlfriends who the girlfriends want to get stuff done on the weekends, and you're like, I got another game.
Yeah. Sick flex. Maresh has a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just one slate.
Let's get brunch.
Sick flex, dude. You got brunch.
I wish I didn't.
We ain't doing brunch, but she wants to do like projects.
Home Depot.
She wants to have sex all the time.
If I didn't have
my bad.
Yeah.
If I didn't have skin in the game, it's a great concept, and I'm with you with that whole. They should do it for the Saturday, the 9 a.m. 9 a.m. depending on when you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a proven concept here in the States that works. I mean, look at Red Zone, bro. They double the price. They double the price every single fucking season. It seems of Red Zone, and people are paying.
Yeah, and like you could, they don't even do multi-view here the right way. Like they don't let you pick and choose your games. You get max for so like give us the ability to have pick and choose our multi games, and so you could have 8 games on 2 TVs. Like that would be ideal.
And for soccer, I feel like it only works with that large number of games.
Yeah,
correct.
Whereas, because football, the NFL or college football, you can cut to and watch a game when they reach a certain part of the field, whereas soccer is constant movement and all.
Yeah.
So you need like the 10 games minimum for it to work.
Yeah, I mean, we all do have to appreciate how far it's come. Like, Zah, you'll probably remember like the pay-per-view days in America where you only could access your games when you would have to go to like the pay-per-view channel.
Talking about like soccer matches?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view?
Brother.
In America?
Yeah.
Brother.
That was the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
Peak.
My dad had to pay God knows how much a week to...
Wait, it was per week, not for the season?
Yes.
Brother, people weren't watching games.
Oh, my God.
It was peak. Before I would say
2012?
the major change was 2012 when NBC did the deal. When NBC did the deal, that's when you could say, okay, I'm watching it on TV. Before then, I'm trying to remember, bro. My first 2 years here in the States, if I wasn't at a bar, I was watching Arsenal on illegal streams on a laptop.
That is insane, Maresh.
Hey, lawyer, come get him.
What's the statute of limitations on piracy?
I'll give you
lawyer.
I'll give you my address. I'm in West Side, Chicago.
He's never going to get that green card.
Since we're trying to Americanize the viewing aspect of world football, let's shout out the Americans. They played great yesterday. Christian Pulisic banged a goal. Pepe banged a goal. Reina had a sick-ass assist. I think I'm missing.
I forgot he was
Weston
alive.
McKennie, the captain of Juventus, was insane to see. Did I fuck that? That's how you say it, bro. You guys don't watch ball. It's Juventus.
Juventus.
You're putting so much stink on it.
Juventus.
What's the channel? What's the channel called?
Golazo. Did I say it wrong again?
No, that was
getting better.
That
was getting better.
Juventus. I said it right. Fuck you guys. Shout out the fucking Americans. I can't wait to see you guys ball in the World Cup in 2026. They've been balling. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great to see, especially Gio Reyna, who I feel like he's not getting a ton of minutes at Dortmund this year. He was kind of a bust as a loanee to Forest, so it's good to see him kind of back because he's still young, but it feels like he doesn't have a club. He doesn't really have a position in the national team. So it was nice to see him get some run and some highlights.
Shout out to our Americans.
He's one of those dudes that I feel like has been. He's 22.
Yeah,
like
exactly. He's been around forever.
It's one of those guys where it's like you feel like he's been 18 for like 9 years. So it's like Phil Foden had that too.
Yeah.
Like when they have that early start, you're like, how are they still this young? It's crazy.
That's a problem. That's Saka. Saka's 20. Saka's 22.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's the same
It
thing.
feels like Saka's been playing for 10 years.
Yeah. It's I mean,
crazy.
they've run him up to like 28.
Yeah, they start.
You're gonna get
like
real
15,
tired of hearing Ethan Nwaneri's name then. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's like
he started at 15.
Yeah, how old is he now?
He's only 17.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Just turned 17. Yeah.
That's
I
fucked
think
up.
he just wait.
Yeah,
he-
you're gonna
I
hear
think
his
he
name
might
for
be-
10 years, and like his.
and he'll
big
still be
years.
like.
I had that
25.
thought with Manuel Neuer. Like I know he's old, but I was like, how fucking old is this guy? Dude, Manuel Neuer's 38.
He's still playing.
Damn.
That's very young, if you ask me. It's very young.
Well, I mean,
Coming from a guy who's knocking on 40 next month.
No, I'm still 38 as well.
Neuer was the
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, no grays,
Neuer was the goalkeeper for the
no hair transplants.
Hey.
for the World
Same.
Cup
Us
winning
in
team,
here.
right?
Yeah.
He was.
he's been playing. He's on like 3 presidencies.
Germany.
I think.
Germany. The World Cup winning team was
2014, I think?
Mustafi signing.
Yeah,
that
it was
was
14 Brazil.
fucking hell. That World
Or they
Cup. That
beat
World
the-
Cup ruined my life.
They beat the brakes off Brazil
8-0, 7-0
in Brazil.
Yeah.
That was fucked up. That was when I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of scary."
Yeah.
Like
Wenger, right after they won, Wenger comes in front of me on the TV and he tells me, "Hey, we saying this defender. He's a World Cup winner. These are the World Cup winners. They're back." Turned out to be the shittiest signing in the history of the football club.
Worse than Sterling?
Squadron Mustafi. Yes, because he was actually Sterling is going. Mustafi was there for years. Mustafi ruined four seasons. Mustafi was. Brother, when
You fucking hate that
Yeah.
guy.
Hates him.
yeah. I mean, I hate him as a football player. As a person, he's probably a lovely lad. I wish him well in life.
Yeah, sick backpedal.
Yeah, no. Him, Giroud's another one.
I was reading some of the comments from our last episode. One guy was like, how come you guys never talk about Liverpool? So I think we might as well start there. Liverpool lose 3-2 to PSV.
Say the second part of their name.
I don't know. I clicked on it. It's
What was this? Ali G in the cut?
Eindhoven.
it just says, Eindhoven.
Eindhoven.
Eindhoven. PSV Eindhoven. Liverpool loses 3-2.
We got to get this guy some World War II docs.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
need-
it helps if you just do.
I
German.
need an
just do
English
German.
tutor.
Just do English accent or German accents for all.
PSV Eindhoven.
Still wrong.
They're Dutch.
I know they're Dutch, but for some reason German makes it easier. PSV Eindhoven.
Eindhoven.
Yeah.
Anyway, Liverpool lost 3-2.
Yeah.
What'd you guys make of the game?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't see the game.
Figured.
Yeah, I was dialed in on Man City.
We will get to.
Yep.
That's what I hate about the eight. That's the only thing I hate about the eight.
Oh well, let's see who started. They had Gakpo was out there. He scored the first one. Who scored the set? Was it Gakpo again?
It was Gakpo and Elliott. Those were the only 2 goal scorers.
I
Okay.
remember
Well, I mean, it's
Harvey
kind of
Elliott.
back and forth. Like Liverpool got that penalty, then they conceded quite quickly to Eindhoven, and then they scored again, and then they conceded 2 after that from what I believe I saw in Golazo.
Yeah.
But
They also didn't need that
they
game.
didn't need it. Yeah, I mean, they still finished top of the table
Correct.
with Barcelona's loss, which that was also a crazy game. Those games all were just
They had a draw. I
goal
thought.
after goal after goal.
To be fair, Liverpool did roll out the C team. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott. I mean, Gakpo's a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gakpo, he might have been the only starter out there. Unless Elliott starts.
No.
He doesn't start.
no.
Chiesa he never plays. I don't even know who Dan's is.
Chiesa got an assist, I think.
Yeah, he did.
For him.
I don't know who the fuck Bradley is or Kwanzaa.
Connor Bradley.
Connor Bradley's good.
Yeah, he is.
Kwanzaa.
And then Kelleher was in
Kwanzaa's
that.
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Kelleher's good.
and
too.
Kelleher could be a starting keeper for any other team in the Premier. I mean, granted, yes, this was not their A team, but I don't think any Scouser, any Liverpool fan is holding their head being like, why didn't we win? Like, they finished top of the table. That's all that matters. You move.
And you're away. I thought that was a
Yeah, if it was at Anfield, it's another thing.
right.
Robbo was playing center back.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who was?
Robbo.
Oh,
Andy
wow, yeah.
Robertson.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing to look into. I think they're fine.
Manchester City looks like they're in, Rudy.
Made it in. Yeah. Always had faith.
You sound fired up.
Were
Always
you
had
were
faith
you
till I
were you
made it
nervous
through.
for a second there?
Oh, yeah.
That looked it was looking a whole lot. It was looking techie for a while.
I was a little bit less nervous just based on how the guys were running and what happened in the Chelsea game. Like, they went down in the Chelsea game, but they had zip, so I was like, okay, it doesn't look like it's over right away. But there was a couple times where when we tied it up and when we were up 2-1 where they were running at us, and I was like, oh, Christ, here we go again.
I thought you were doomed because the timing of when it went in right by halftime.
Not good.
That's not the greatest time to
Dagger.
be,
Dagger. You never want to let one in right at halftime. But I mean, Bruges played pretty well. I was stoked. I was freaking out before the game because I was getting ready to do anus. So I was like multitasking, like watching the game and getting ready for that. And then I was like, where the fuck is Marmouche? What is happening? And I was like looking on Twitter. No one was talking about it. I was like, am I taking crazy pills? Like, where the fuck is Marmouche? And I had no clue about the registration thing.
Cup idea.
I never knew that.
Wait, what?
It's now you can register.
Yeah. So if you make a January transfer, there's a rule where you can't play those players in the league phase. They have to be registered.
This is
Damn.
it's only been a problem this year. This is the only time that the Champions League is usually done in December.
Right.
It's because of this new format they expanded that we've run into this situation where the transfer window opens while the group stages isn't complete.
I am also officially in on this format.
Yeah, wait, also, I have a question on
They might need to change if this is going to be the norm. They're going to have to change the transfer window.
Well, I have a question.
Or just change that rule. Who
Since he
cares?
played for Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, right? That's where he came from.
Yeah.
Are they Champions League or Europa League?
Europa.
Europa.
Okay, so then not as. But if you buy a player that's already registered for a team that's playing in the tournament, they
That's a
shouldn't
good point.
necessarily be able to play in that tournament at all for you.
That's the
There's an
English.
argument.
That's
Because
the
that's
English rule.
like if even if you're on loan during the Carabao Cup, as long as you've been registered for, like Newcastle ran into it, right? They had Dubravka, right, at United. They recalled him in January, and then he was not eligible to play for them in the Carabao Cup final because he was registered as a United player in that tournament.
I need to think about that.
So I think
in any tournament,
I'm trying to-
or just against your parent club, because that's like I've seen that happen. Forrest has had that where
Yeah.
it's like, hey, well, we have James Ward-Prowse or
Yeah, you
whoever,
can't
you
play
can't
your
play him
parent
against.
club,
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. You're right. So that rule, I know for a fact, that's a rule for domestic. So for Premier League and the
I'm
cups.
just saying that should also apply.
I
to
can't
Champions League.
recall for Champions League.
I don't think it will because then that would like seriously have
we
impacts on the transfer window. Like people will not be looking at first team Champions League quality sides for in that window, which would
January
critically
sign.
impact business.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think
Yeah.
they'll ever do it, but it should be something.
And they're saying you can register Mamouche.
Now he can now
For the-
play in
for
the
the
I
Champions
guess,
knockout round?
I guess Champions League is
It's
final.
just for
I
the
know
it's just for the league phase.
we couldn't play. What's his name? Neto because he played. We couldn't play Neto in the cups because I think he played.
I don't ever want to see him play
a
again.
League Cup. Was it League Cup? No, he was injured for the League Cup one. I forgot which keeper that was cup tied that we got. I think it might have been Neto actually that we couldn't play for.
Well, you couldn't play. You can't play him against his parent club in general. So maybe you were just playing.
Yeah.
His parent club.
But yeah, so I thought I was taking crazy pills. Like I checked the lineup like 4 times and I was like reading all the names. I'm like, am I blind? Like where is Marmouche? And then I realized I was like, okay, I just didn't know that rule.
Pep hates him already.
Yeah, I was like, what? And no one was talking about it. I thought I was in a glitch. Like I thought I was like somehow glitched out of this reality, and he just never existed. And I imagined the whole thing. But the game was I was stoked on it. I mean, KDB like
He played great.
it's just like every other game. Like in Paris, I would say it again. It looked like he had AIDS. Like he was recovering from a serious disease, and he looked like he was dying. And then he looked great in this. So like his age, like I think Pep understands it. Like he's got to kind of really be choosy with him. But he looked really good. I thought Haaland looked good, and then even Kovacic, dude. Like I can't even get that mad because it's like he is what he is, and Pep has been like much more honest about like he's like we're gonna get run over. And I hate playing these transitional games because they just can't. They're just going to get run over, and they know what they are. Like the players know,
I know
like,
where Zah's gonna go with this.
and they know it, but like he's got the techs, and like the way he just like passed that into the goal was super nice, and that was a big lift. Like you need that secondary scoring.
Yeah.
And then Savinho sub was great. And even Gundo looked good. Like he was kind of like, even though that goal didn't count, there was an offsides. Gundo was doing his thing where he was just floating around the box and just ends up with the ball. So it looked good. There were still really scary transitional moments. Savinho is a really, really nice goal to seal it. So yeah, it looked pretty good, but it's the same story, different week, where it's like we played well, but those transitional things where people are running at us, it's terrifying. John Stones missed a wide open header, but he looked good. He looked good. He looked fit, which is huge for us. He's such a good. The passing ability that he has was so missed. Those because like Rodri was so good at the diagonal balls to the wingers, which is such a big part of the game, and Kovacic and Gundo aren't quite as good at that, or they can be, but they just don't do it as much. But John Stones can ping a ball very nicely over the top to the wingers, which is a huge part of our game. So having him back was a serious boost for sure. And then Gvardiol is still just like a menacing attacker, which is crazy, but deflection. But still, I mean, like he's just always
own goal, right?
It was an own goal, but like he's always
making
just
it
making
happen.
runs,
Yeah.
and like 2 games in a row, he's just in and around the box.
I mean, I just think the problem is like, how do you let Club Brugge neutralize Holland like that? Like he wasn't necessarily a scary factor. Like that's been the ongoing problem since like the first few weeks, where he's banging in 4, banging in 3. He's just not. He's getting neutralized. How is that happening?
I disagree. I mean, like you only need to give him one look. He's one of those strikers. Like,
but he had looks. He
had one great look that was a great save, and then they cleared it off the line. So like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's easier, but like neutralizing him, and then you open up all the other stuff. So, I mean, I get what it's saying. Like on optics, like Holland looks like he gets neutralized. He's not part of the game, but you give him one chance, he scores, and he somehow still pings in so many goals. Like.
Still the leading scorer.
The stats are just crazy. Like you don't think he scores as many goals as he does, but he still puts them in. So, yeah, it was pretty sweet. But you know, it's just on to either Madrid or Bayern. So you know, I mean, the funniest thing about it to me was like Pep. This is like, it's sad, but it's been peak content Pep wise this year. Like after the second goal, I think it was, he turned to the Gatorade cooler and just kicked the shit out of it. Like his celebration was him just kicking the ever living shit out of it. And he's such a weird guy. The reporters asked the game, they're like, "Oh, is your foot sore? Is your foot sore from kicking the cooler?" And he had the weirdest response. He said, "No, my foot's all good. I was a very, very talented holding midfielder. I was very good. I was so talented."
He's got proper kicking technique.
He's not wrong.
And he's not wrong, but it was like, I get what he's saying, kind of, where he's like, "Oh, my feet can handle like kicking," because he was a professional soccer player and a very good one. But like,
it's like, yeah, I played midfield. Put me in the cage with fucking McGregor.
It was just a very like odd response. And then the John Stones, I think it was either John Stones miss or the one that Savinho put in the net, but they cleared off the line. He turned and he legitimately was crying. Like if you see his face, he turns and he's like weeping.
Pep?
Yeah, it looked like he was crying that they didn't get that goal because he was so scared that they were going to come down and we were going to blow another lead. It was so fucking funny.
Speaking of, is he's our, well, now because he's here and he works here, and that's how I'm getting accustomed to him and all that. Guardiola's our John Gruden.
How so?
All these antics. It's all about football, making him cry and all that. Did you see how he said hi to that new coworker? Making him do that. Guardiola, all he does is think football, dream football. It's
you saying
stupid
that
antics.
Guardiola's clip farming?
He might be, and I'm fine with it.
I mean, dude, John Gruden is clip farming.
I'm just saying, like, is that what's going on?
What are
you saying, Zach? Comparing,
I'm with it. He's just
I think Gruden
both.
just is authentically him all the time. I think Pep's a fucking weirdo. I don't think they're direct.
Well, I'm not saying they're weird.
I'm
saying they both.
I don't think
they're
weird.
weird.
The same.
They both
I
love
just
their
think
balls.
They just love ball. I mean, we didn't even talk about it. Pep just lost his marriage to ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally lost his marriage. 30-year marriage, lost the ball.
Yeah.
Sad. I hate to see that, but
the second he signed that contract, she was like,
"We're done.
Dunzo, motherfucker, you promised me Dubai.
Yeah.
You said we were gonna be sitting in the sun in Dubai. Now I gotta do this shit, this rainy Manchester that's gray 24/7, 365 days of the year.
I'm out.
For 3 more years. Fuck that.
Dude,
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I bet she walked into like his study or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, we're going to the zoo with the kids," and he's in there like Buffalo Bill, like drawing shit on the walls, like counterattack
With a little magnet.
Yeah, scratching his head.
Bro, I don't know how. So like Guardiola and even like Arteta and stuff like that. Those coaches that really are all consumed by the game. I actually don't know how they have families and like.
Well, they don't. They kind of lose them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hope Arteta doesn't.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, you never know what happens with Bayern or Real Madrid. It's going to be really entertaining. It's going to be a fun matchup. I just hope we don't get blown out. I'm okay. You know, it is what it is. If we lose, it's just not our year, it seems. But I just hope we don't get blown out.
I hope we get blown out. One of the most interesting games, at least entertainment-wise, was probably that Villa-Celtic game. You had Morgan Rogers put 2 in the back of the net within 5 minutes, and then Ollie Watkins with arguably the worst penalty kick I've ever seen in my entire life.
He John Terry'd it. He John Terry'd it. I mean, yeah.
It happened.
He was clip farming.
No.
Yes, he was.
No.
He heard Arsenal was interested, and he took the piss on the spot.
No.
I don't hate that.
He just slipped.
He did score.
I don't hate that theory.
Didn't he score?
He did. He scored. He did end up scoring, but that was before his penalty.
Still a better penalty. Still a better penalty than Sterling's.
He's like, shit. All right, I already put 1 in the back of the net. Now they're putting me on the spot. Arsenal wants me. I'm gonna take the fucking piss right now.
You might be onto something because the bid news was leaked by him.
By
so
Ollie
you actually might be
Watkins?
right. Yeah, it was Ollie Watkins' camp that leaked the news of the bid. So you might be onto something. I like your theory.
Yeah.
That he's trying to. He wants out.
He wants that Arsenal.
Villa already sold. That's the thing. He wants out.
Oh, you're
Villa
saying
already
he wants
sold.
out of Villa?
Yeah, He wants out of Villa, but Villa's already sold the other striker.
Duran just went to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where the problem is that they sold the Duran. Now they sell the other striker and Watkins.
I don't
they
think.
can't.
No, I mean Villa.
Yeah.
Villa won't want to do that, but Watkins wants to come to Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan.
And Emery won't let it happen. Probably at this point.
Especially not Emery. No chance.
But once a player says he downs tools, Ollie, just tell him I'm downing tools. He's going to be forced to. If you really want to come. If you're really an Arsenal fan, Ollie Watkins, you tell them, I want to go. I won't show up to training tomorrow.
He's an
They'll let you
Arsenal
go.
fan and celebrated like he did when he knocked you out of winning the league last year at the Emirates. I don't.
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
He was dancing when he scored that goal. Come on.
I can confirm.
You've got to, you got to zhuzh it up for you. He doesn't want to get stoned by the Villa.
He was acting.
Oh yeah,
You got to zhuzh it up.
Obviously.
Clip farming.
Yeah,
Obviously.
exactly. He was clip farming.
Shout out to Morgan Rogers hat trick, City Academy product. Love to see it.
Yeah.
No.
There's all sorts of those.
No, Rogers. Is Rogers a city?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He came from City.
Is he a
but
proper City Academy or one of those 15-year-olds?
I don't know.
I don't remember,
He's
but
probably
he was
one of them
there.
15-year-olds.
Great to see those guys doing well.
Soccer's so wild. You just be talking about. Yeah, he was 15. Yeah, he was our 15-year-old, 14-year-old.
That's when you get
crazy
him, bro.
when
That's
it
when you
starts.
get him, bro.
Yeah. So yeah.
don't
You
get him.
start claiming kids at 15. It's nuts.
At 14, so you see him at around 11. At 14, you're getting dicey as being late.
Damn.
Yeah. No. I saw a video. I saw a graphic the other day of City's academy. If they kept like all of their only played their academy players, and it made me.
He's not a City
Lavia,
Academy. West
Palmer.
Brom.
Yeah, West Brom. I just
West
looked
Brom
that up.
Academy.
I don't even know what that is.
West Brom Albion.
Albion.
Yeah.
Where is that? Germany?
West
Yep.
Bromwich.
It is in Germany.
That ass?
It's
Yeah,
right
no.
over the Rhine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Sudetenland.
I hate this fucking show, man.
I was on your side. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't
Do
take the
you
piss
know
out
where
of it.
that is?
I know West Brom. Yeah,
Where is it?
it's in England, the southwest.
I should have known better. His name is fucking Morgan Rogers.
Pete Barclays era.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zaza.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little dicey for a second,
Nah,
but it was
not
never
really.
in doubt.
That's the thing. It's not really because we were through anyway, so we were more just jostling for position, and the highest we could have gone, I believe, we could have
Probably
gone
second, where we
with
always
Barcelona,
finish,
but
yeah.
third is fine. It looks like I don't know. I haven't actually looked at who.
I think the draw is today.
and I haven't. Do we? I think we might have dodged Madrid.
It's tomorrow.
I don't know why Foot Mob says today.
It's because of the time shift.
I wanted to dodge Madrid there, but I think we did. But on the actual game, 2-1, they scored the goal. They scored. Neto looked stupid. Came out looking stupid in that goal because the motherfucker was trying to use his hands while he was like 10 yards outside the box, which is crazy. But that goal actually is kind of it was a glitch between who were the three that were there. There was Kivio pushed up, and because Kivio pushed up, Partey stayed wide. No instincts for right back. If once Kivio pushes up, he was meant to go left, but he didn't, and then opened up the goal and boom. But Nwaneri, the
was a
Saka
good
region.
goal.
What's up?
That was a good goal.
Just Saka region. He does that. If you watch the Arsenal inside training and all that, you see a lot of
Trossard.
It was a really nice goal. Man,
Trossard
Trossard is a bum.
Trossard
Now-
within what?
now I just
within,
found out he's 17. I
within
fucking hate hearing that.
7 minutes. He had that cross that Nwaneri. Nwaneri would have been a
Ethan Nwaneri is special.
Yeah.
You could argue that the two most important players on Arsenal with Saka out is Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri.
I don't know if you could argue that.
I think it might be a fact.
It's still. I mean,
No,
It
I
might
would
be
say-
a fact.
No. Because once once Gabriel and Saliba done, the thing is dead. We can survive without them two other motherfuckers. We can figure it out without them two other motherfuckers.
You think?
Yeah, no, but not. And this is not.
Are you? No, seriously. You believe that?
in terms of?
I think the last 4 matches, those have been our 2 best players.
in terms of. Okay, so that's a different question. Is who are the best players, or who can we not afford to lose? Right. So the last 4 games. Okay, yeah, Ethan's done well. You could
Miles
say-
has been
you could say
phenomenal.
Miles too has been one of the best players.
He's got
However-
attitude.
Yeah. However, you're right. The fight, yeah, the yellow card before you even
for
come
how
on and
young
all
he
that.
is, he's a savage. He acts like he's been in the league for a minute.
If we lose, I mean, we've lost them. Saliba didn't play this game when it was Girona, and then there's a game that Gabriel didn't play, and give you a thing. But if we lose them two, we're toast. So yeah, Ethan has been scoring the goals to win the games, these recent games and all. But in terms of importance, them there's other guys that I think. But yeah, no, happy 2-1. We're through. People got to rest. Sterling.
Bum.
Apart from
Wow, you were terrible on the spot yesterday.
so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I hate my in game. I get so into it and I react thing. But actually looking back at it, he was lively. But what overshadows everything is that penalty miss. He was very lively, but here's the thing.
And instead of giving it to Jorginho, they gave it to him to snap out of it, and he took the piss.
I think Jorginho had been
Did he
subbed
get
out
subbed out?
at the time? At that time, yeah, I think he was out. So yeah, no, I mean it would have been nice for Sterling to get the statistical thing going because we need him to contribute in the goal side of things, but we just need him to get going. More confidence in him and all. But bro, I was surprised that his fat ass lasted 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Still looks like he fucking had too many chicken wings this weekend, but
I saw you up in arms on, I think it was Instagram. What's going on with Arsenal?
I thought we're gonna have a happy episode here.
What's the problem?
It is getting to the point. You see there. But it's the most viral news. Oh, how do I handle this? Because he doesn't want me to talk about this. He doesn't want me to talk about this. But it's the most viral news in Arsenal.
Please.
So what do? I don't talk about
No,
it.
you talk.
I'd like to
That's
know
why I
about
brought
it.
up.
The producer's upset.
I'd like to hear about it. I don't know
The
what he's
producer's
upset
moaning.
I have
about.
no idea what you're talking about.
The producer's moaning. Producer, can I go ahead?
We don't have. We don't.
I'm
have,
giving
we,
you
we
the
don't
green
have.
light.
We don't have dictators on this show. Go
So
ahead.
Chief, what happened is this morning, right? So Miles Lewis-Skelly, we appealed. It got removed, right? So you would have thought, oh, that's a W for Arsenal. Arsenal has just put egg on the FA's face.
What got
Arsenal,
removed?
right?
The 3 game?
The red card. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's them admitting yes.
But
we
is
got
he
it
still suspended for the game this weekend?
No, he's playing. So that got rid of.
Really?
That's what we're thinking. Yeah. So got rid of that. So you would think that Arsenal is they got it right and all nailed it.
Yeah.
I am going about my day. About to go to come to work. I pick up my phone. I see a notification from the FA telling me that my club has been charged for surrounding the referee. We were charged by the FA. My brother, you see this image?
I see it.
You see that image?
Yes.
That's even the zoomed in image.
I see that image every single match.
5 other motherfuckers. That happened. Nothing.
Well, that's yelling. That's not surrounding.
Nothing.
Teams get charged for this all the time.
You know what they did, Chief?
This happens
they do?
all
You know what they
the
did,
time.
Chief?
What they do?
It's Nicky Smokes. Clip farming. You know what they do? You know what they even did?
What?
Just to throw egg on my face? That motherfucker on Twitter, when he put it out, he put at Arsenal.
Got to let them know.
Doesn't tag
What's
it.
the link?
They don't tag anyone else. They don't tag anyone else when they commit crimes. But they want to get their clicks and they licks in and all that. Oh, let's just take
Have you ever been surrounded by like 8 guys at a time?
That's me on the train every day, brother. On the west side.
Pause.
Train every day, pause. But
Yeah, it's very
big
threatening.
pause,
It's
big
very
pause.
threatening.
So I'm getting to a point where Arsenal, we were proven right, the injustice, but we're still getting punished. What do you do as a human in that case when civil ways, we went about it appealing and all that, civil ways ain't working? I suggested on Instagram that we might as well at this point just bear arms, pick up arms and go to war, because the PGMOL just will not stop.
It was a fine. No one's suspended. What do you want? They got oodles of money?
No, I think they should. I like his idea. Storm them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storm the fucking PGMO.
Do it.
Teach them a lesson.
Do
I
it.
mean, could you get through to somebody that you're trying to tell, hey, fix the refereeing system. This is why we're in
Definitely
trouble.
at gunpoint.
And then all they do is,
Yes.
Yeah.
red card. Oh, suspend this. Oh,
Agreed.
fine him.
Yeah.
What's the next level? I've tried, Chief. I've tried to talk.
There won't be any bad repercussions if you storm
Rudy,
them.
It's always something with you guys.
Yeah, maybe just
Always.
don't break the rules.
Just
Don't threaten the official.
take the
Yeah.
fine.
Maresh, logic.
Wait, this is all over a fine?
Logic.
Yes.
Logic.
Like no one
logic,
got suspended?
Logic.
No.
No. Nicky smokes.
How big was
Don't
the fine?
try.
A couple
It's-
hundred
it's
million
more
or
than
something?
a fine. It's more than a
No.
fine. It's more than a fine. If an appeal if the suspension is rescinded, why are we getting fined?
Because it's
Or
a separate,
an
it's a separate-
alternate-
It's just a fine, dude.
If the suspension was taken away, why are we getting fined?
because it's a separate issue.
So many clubs get hit
Yeah, like
with
if-
fine all the time.
If the suspension was taken away, why are we getting fined? And that is exactly why I suggested on TikTok
Always
that we
something.
might need to actually arm up.
I saw you suggest that on Twitter as well. You're going public with
Arm
this
up.
everywhere.
Lawyer?
No,
Also, speaking of lawyers, I'm talking to you idiots dancing in the comments, the ones that yep, hey, Partey's not allowed in Spain, Partey's Spain, Partey's Spain. Who the fuck was the right back yesterday?
You got out of there. Yeah.
Zaw, you could be a lawyer, bro. I would hire you. I think you'd make a good lawyer.
I deal in facts. I don't deal in internet rumors. I don't deal in
He's fair and objective.
No
No hypotheticals.
Dealing the things that
I
get
deal in
Maresh
absolutes.
gassed.
Smoke, have you ever seen the clip
being
that got Zaw
serious.
hired?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever seen what got Zaw hired at Barstool?
When he stands on the table.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
the
if you
point.
say shit like that where I'm from, you get burned.
That wasn't me.
Different haircut for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
That was bald, Zaw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's because it's a fine. I mean I made the video, but whatever. Cronky needs to pay up anyway.
All right. Let's see. Madrid took the silicone out of Brest. They won 3-0.
Nice.
There was a hold on.
Thank you. Okay, I was waiting for
If I
that.
recall correctly, did Brest go ahead or did they
just
almost?
said
Did
they
almost
lost 3-0.
No, did they go ahead? Did they almost go ahead or almost?
I think
made
they
it 1-1?
scored one that was overturned.
Yes.
You just said they lost 3-0.
They did lose 3-0.
You didn't let me finish my question.
You mean your
But
statement?
Rodrigo scored 2, and I think Jude maybe scored the thirds.
Yes. And then the Barca-Atalanta game was sick. 4 goals in the second half there as well that ended 2-2, and Barca ended up finishing second in the standings. You guys have any other games you want to talk to before we move on to the Premier League?
No.
Perfect. All right, this next segment is brought to you by DraftKings. It's the Pitch Picks Parlay of the week. Chief, you did a great job with the Champions League.
Cash.
That cash. This weekend is on me, Nicky Smokes. I like Bournemouth moneyline, Southampton, and Ipswich, both teams to score, and Everton moneyline. You parlay all 3 of those, it pays out plus 1262. Odds are subject to change, but that is the Pitch Picks Parlay for this week. The best place and only place to bet on corners, goal scorers, and parlays is at my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Get in on the action going on the pitch. New customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Fade or follow all your favorite Barstool personalities' picks in the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code PitchPicks and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code PitchPicks only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, Match Week 24 preview. First game we got. I've been waiting for this game for months. It's Arsenal at home against Manchester City. This is a revenge game. Stay humble, A. I have never wanted blood like this more in my life than this year when we played Villa, because they smoked. When I went up there, we got smoked 2-0. I want this game as bad as I wanted the Villa game this year. This is my Super Bowl. I want to fucking thrash these little fucking pricks. Haaland studs up into his fucking ankle. Out of the game. I want him out of the game in the first half. Prison rule football is what I want to see.
We
Arsenal
got guns.
money
We
line.
got advocating for assault. The Arsenal
want
and them Arsenal.
I want assault on the pitch this weekend.
no.
This game is so personal.
Fuck the lawyers. I'm just going straight to the ATF with you two.
I don't even know what the ATF is. Come find me. Come find me.
You're going to
Jit.
learn them letters, my boy. You're going to learn them letters today. Ammo, was it?
It's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Oh, fuck all that shit. That sounds like the American triple
Alcohol.
threat right there.
It is, yeah.
I feel like if you don't have those three in your house, you're not American.
Comes with your birth certificate in
Yeah.
America, yeah.
Here's your ATF. Thank you. Yeah, and obviously there's a lot of emotion in this game for me, just because the way Rudy celebrated in my face when fucking Wagwan General Stones puts it in last 3 seconds of the game.
You guys got to stream this then, right?
Yeah, we should.
You're not going to let me celebrate when my team scores?
No, it's fine. You're just a little snobby little fucking prick, and I hate it.
The way you're talking about this game, I love it.
It's my Super Bowl.
I love it. This is the potential for Jackson Michael to be here as a permanent panel guy, because Man City wins there. They're within 3 points. He's going to have full-on nightmare meltdown. That is going to end your season. You guys have to win this game. You have to put a little gap between you and City. If you lose this week, you're putting me in a bad spot, because you two guys with this little shit-eating grin here and this guy saying it's a Super Bowl calling for assault, you're making me want to root for City just to see the meltdown, because the meltdown will be all-time.
Mm-hmm. But you want to draw.
I do want to draw. Yeah. A draw would be fantastic for the trees.
Business decision you want to draw.
Business decision I want to draw. But if it might be one of those like double chance, City or draw. Because on an emotional state, because seeing those two guys at that end of the table just absolutely have a meltdown, that might make it worth it.
I'm going through DraftKings right now. I just don't think the lines are up yet. Whatever the total is on the amount of fouls in this game, I am slamming the over. That will be my bet of the week. Whatever they
Who's
set
refereeing?
the line at,
Do we know who's refereeing?
Michael Oliver's
Liverpool. Peter Banks.
Yeah, Michael Oliver's not allowed to
Peter
referee
Banks.
Arsenal games anymore. I think he's under investigation.
Yeah, he better not be.
Honestly,
that makes sense.
that would be madness.
That honestly makes logical sense.
That would be
if
madness. If
he's never allowed to
I don't
referee
think,
Arsenal.
I don't
games
think he's
ever.
allowed to referee another Arsenal game this season while they do the
If that's actually the case, the PGMO has actually done something right for him.
I could have been sentelled, but I do believe I've seen a few of those.
They should ban him for Arsenal forever.
All right, I don't want to make this a Michael Oliver segment. I want you to tell me how you're feeling about this game.
Nervous.
That's
That's
it.
my
all you got for me?
if that's my honest opinion. Nervous. Yeah, I mean it's Man City. Man City. It's nerve-wracking. They I don't even know who people rested and all. The problem is our team is the one we're missing our key guy, man. And
So are they.
and that's where we need who are you missing?
Rodri.
I know, you're fine. The drop off from COVID. As I told people, the drop off from COVID to Rodri is not big. Is not big whatsoever. What do you mean terrible take? The guy isn't he be balling out the whole season for you?
He's no Ballon d'Or winner.
I mean, he's not a Ballon d'Or, but
been
people
good.
people acting like
it's just
you're
that
going from Rodri to a pump.
He can't like if someone's running at him. He can't. No one can tactical foul like Rodri.
They're not the same. It's like it's Partey and Jorginho. They're not the same exact player.
Yeah, I know.
But the drop off ain't big. But yeah, no. Ethan being back is good for us, because that's where I am most worried about is our chance creation. chance creation. I'm hoping that City's still having your problems with your defenders. You are the game right above us for Champions League, so I was popping in and out and all that. But your defensive line will probably look different to what played yesterday, right?
I don't know.
Who came? It was
Kusanov?
I don't think so. I think
Diaz going to be ready? Akanji?
I think it'll be Akanji and Stones again, and I think it'll be Matias Nunez at right back, which is my worry. Luckily, that lines up with if Matias Nunez was playing left back, I'd be fucking terrified right now. But right back,
Rico Lewis?
no. I hope not.
Who's on our the right? Our right is would probably be Ethan.
Yeah,
I see Ben White's back in training too.
I don't think he'll play. It's comes. I think it's a bit too. So you'll probably, if anything, you'll come on as a sub. Because his injury was a long-term one. I don't think he'll play.
Yeah, Ake is not going to play. I don't think Diaz is going to be able to play. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to play. So I think it'll be Akanji, Stones, Gvardiol, and Nunez.
That's my save. That's my hope, because I think at our back, our defense is fine. Then again, we are coming up against Haaland and them.
Foden's
our
been
midfield,
Za's
our midfield should be good. It's creating goals, creating clear chances, and putting the ball in the back of the net is what it's going to come down to. We might not have our goalkeeper too for the Man City game. So we'll see.
Za, I want you to put the shiesty mask on and dead those ops. That's what I want from you.
It's Manchester.
We watched this game on Sunday. Shiesty on, straps out. I need you ready to fucking kill.
Nicky Smokes, I've been doing this for 30 years. You've got 2 years of stress. I've had to deal with this bullshit with Guardiola for 10 years.
Do you remember what they said to your manager?
You weren't directly competing with them for all 10 of those years.
For the audio listeners, the mics didn't cut out. Saw just gave Maresh a death stare and said nothing. All right, Chief, who do you think is going to win the game?
I'm feeling a draw on this one, to be honest. I do think it smells like a 1-1 draw to me. So that's where my mind is going to be.
I'm also very calm because it's still far off.
Okay, so objectively, I think draw is probably the most likely because both these teams are going to have a tactical setup where I think it's just how it works out. It's been this way with Arteta and Pep. It's usually a draw, and they'll try to they'll do everything they can to mitigate. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I can't imagine Marmoush not playing, and I just gotta. I feel more comfortable with the fact that you guys aren't a huge counterattacking team, which is our Achilles heel. So that makes me feel more comfortable. Now switching gears to the Man City side of me. Like, I want to put you in the shadow realm because, listen, man, we're going for top 4. The one little feather in the cap would just to be like, oh, City are bums. They had the off season, and but then just to strike them down from behind, the Achilles heel, just all of a sudden, hey, Man City are top 4. We're up there with you guys. That's a savory treat in the Emirates. But having said that, it'll probably be a draw. But I do like the matchup just because of Arsenal's you're not that lightning quick counterattacking team, so that helps us. And I'm hoping Marmoush is the X factor. I think Haaland will be pretty well neutralized. I think that Phil will be pretty well neutralized. But I think Marmoush is sort of that X factor with those speedy runs. We've been favoring the long balls, which is how we beat you in the past. So I like it, but it smells like a draw. And
way to bet with your head.
I want the worst for you.
Good. I want the worst for you. Za, who's winning?
City will score first, 2 on Arsenal.
Wow. I have the exact same score as you. I got Arsenal winning 2-1. Maresh?
Tie. I think a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot.
Did you just say tie?
Draw, dude. I said draw, man. I meant draw. My Indian ass from Connecticut. I think a draw. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure. I think that City have to come out and win this game because of all the shit that they talked. They're going to be angry. I think Arsenal have to defend that ground. They cannot lose this game. It will be an all-time fucking shithouse on Arsenal if they lose this game.
Who do you? That's what I was about to ask. Who do you think has more pressure on them?
I think you guys do. You always do. You know the City, the luxury City have bought the luxury that City have bought themselves. And I use those words very, very, intentionally. They no one cares if they lose. If Arsenal lose, they will be shithoused on the internet.
On the internet, brother.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Page news.
No, for everyone to see for weeks. It'll be like,
it's worse
they're
to
gonna
get
read
shit on the internet than the newspaper these days. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Way worse. Like
the newspapers
being on the front page of the Independent means nothing to getting flamed on Twitter.
Sheer volume.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sheer
now-
volume.
Like the internet.
Yeah.
What about the newspapers?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's
Also,
at home.
The internet,
Yeah,
wild.
being at
Way more
home.
ruthless.
You gotta keep it within the guardrails for the newspapers. But when the newspapers start cooking you, bro, even granny with the one tooth sticking out fucking knows what's going on, bro. It's crazy. The internet's only us young guys.
Next game. This game should be sick. What a week for football, by the way. Bournemouth at home against Liverpool. Bournemouth, huge home underdog here, plus 360. Liverpool, road favorite, minus 145. Bournemouth have been the Kingslayers this season. Chief, who's winning this game?
I think it's got to be Liverpool, right? It's got to be Liverpool.
I don't know.
I mean, if Bournemouth win this, then I'm going to be convinced that they're finishing top 4.
I would say so.
Because they are
If
unstoppable.
they beat them, that'd be Liverpool, Arsenal, City.
Forest.
United.
They're our daddy. They're this podcast's
I know.
daddy.
They own everybody. So, and it's there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I do think Liverpool has too much quality. I think they're gonna
So does Bournemouth, though. They are a quality side. Tyler Adams, USA.
I know. Tyler Adams is great. Clivert's great. I do think Liverpool gets the job done. Like, they can't go undefeated the rest of the year. This is the time. And I do think you pump someone 5-0, you might start feeling yourself a little bit. They have to lose this game.
Someone.
Yeah, someone. Could be anyone.
Pumped you.
Yeah.
Rudy.
It's a tricky one because Bournemouth are red hot. Liverpool, on paper, obviously so much better. But Bournemouth, it's one of those questions where, like, did they bust their nut too much? Are they going to cool off? Or are they just going to keep rolling? I just don't. I want to bet Bournemouth because I love watching them. I mean, their transition play is just insane. So I obviously want Bournemouth to win. It's plus 360 with a team that's that hot. I would like to sprinkle on that just because it's value and they're red hot. But on paper, I think Liverpool should get the job done. I don't think this is going to be a tie.
Okay.
Either way.
Okay, I like that.
I don't think it's going to be a tie either way. I think it's either Liverpool wins or Bournemouth wins.
Before I give it a Zom, I'm going to piggyback off you. My favorite bet this week, that's not Arsenal biased, is Bournemouth, Liverpool, both teams to score no draw, by the way.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sprinkle this betting wise on Bournemouth just a little bit because of the juice, but I think on paper, Liverpool probably.
I hear Maresh smacking his teeth back there, so what do you got on this game?
Smacking my teeth.
Yeah.
you smacking the back there, my
I'm
son.
locked in on United over here.
Oh, I thought you were just rolling your eyes at the.
It's
United finally fucking scored. That's the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
leg of the parlay that I need to hit. So.
But yeah, let's see. It's at Bournemouth. It is Liverpool. This is a game that if you're going to win a title, truly, you have to win this game. This is a team that's knocked off everybody. I don't think that it's going to be an easy win for Liverpool. Clip that if they go out and fucking stomp them. I think it's be close. But if Liverpool win, it's going to be like 2-1, but it's going to show you why they deserve to win the title.
I agree
And
with
that
that.
and that is exactly what it's going to be.
I agree.
Bournemouth,
will
they
not
haven't
make it.
lost a game since before Thanksgiving.
No,
It
they're
was-
red hot.
November 23rd was the last time they lost a game.
I mean, listen, they're either going to finish top 4 and be able to offer these guys some new deals, or they're going to finish just outside, not get that like increase in money, and they're going to have to sell Semenyo, sell Hoysen, or however you say his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Those are players that people are going to want him. Justin Kluivert
They're
might
two
be.
center backs. Kluivert too will go.
Yeah, Kluivert might be wanting to go. Kepa might get recalled. They might lose this whole squad next year. They got to go gung-ho, and this is a game that they have to win. They're at home, so we'll see.
Not Mike.
I'm not totally convinced of that just because Their owner is Bill Foley, who owns Vegas. He's got a ton of money. Their other guy is the Ryan family, who owns part of the Bears. Bournemouth, this is where they want to be. I don't think that they'll.
No, but it's not their choice. It's the problem that you're running into. It's the problem that Newcastle's running into. It's the problem that Villa had to sell. Villa didn't want to sell Durant.
They might sell that 18-year-old center back, Hoyson or whatever, but that was just an Asian sauce. I definitely pronounced that wrong. But I don't think they'll do this mass sell-off like you're talking about. They might remove one of those guys.
They were apparently willing to listen to offers for Semenyo in this window, and I cannot believe nobody put in a bid for him.
Yeah.
It's probably a crazy price.
No, it was 50 mil. Apparently the tag's 50 mil. That's not bad for a player.
Well, he's not English.
He's playing. He's playing. He's proven in the Premier League that he can play.
Listen, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I want Bournemouth to win, but then I just realized I can't have another.
$5 million for
I can't have another one of these guys. Like, we got to get the guest list.
The Sol Campbell meme. The Sol Campbell meme that's
on.
running right now, Maresh. The Sol Campbell meme. That's what he is. 50 mil for he's my brother. You know what I mean? You don't go for 50.
But yeah, this is gonna be a real battle. I don't think Liverpool will get pumped, but I think this is a true test to the legitimacy of them winning this title. Is this game?
Yeah.
Because did they play them already this season?
Yeah, everyone's in the second half of the year.
Okay, so then what was the score in that game?
I'm looking for it.
Because Bournemouth do have banana peel games.
Liverpool beat them 3-0.
But that was at Anfield.
3-0.
Anfield,
It was.
you know, is a tough place to go.
Yep.
But
Zaw, who do you have winning the game?
I have Bournemouth.
of course, I mean, I would love for Bournemouth to win because it keeps the league dicey, it keeps it interesting.
Not even.
Need them.
But
I
do have a feeling Liverpool are going to win this game and win it 2-1. It's going to be a late winner. Mo Salah is going to be shooting bows into the fucking crowd. The Vitality is going to be. Is it the Vitality?
Yep.
They're going to be
Vitality
heartbroken.
Stadium. They're a good team playing at home. I mean, they did a number on us. The Saliba thing, of course, but then of course I'm not allowed to mention that because once Arsenal mentions what happens, it's like Arsenal fans are the worst. But yeah, no, I think they're gonna win.
All right, next game we got Nottingham Forest at home against Brighton. Nottingham slight favorite plus 145. Brighton plus 190.
Are you dancing about?
I'll start with my favorite tree, Chief. What do you got?
You're still a Champions League competitor, bro.
What are you dancing about?
Listen, I'll stop dancing when you're in 7th. That's when I stop dancing.
But I don't know what the reason for dancing is.
Brighton, Chief Brighton.
All right, you know how we talked about getting the panic button?
Uh-huh.
I'm not pressing the panic button. I would like a little, maybe a yellow worry button.
Okay.
Because now Callum Hudson-Odoi is out, and there's rumors that he's going to be out a while with his groin problem. They missed him tremendously last week. They would have lost last week regardless, but they need guys that they can spray the ball out to that can control it and not give it right back to the opposition. So that makes me nervous that he's out. The quietness on the transfer window, which is very unforced. Maybe they'll swoop in. There's reports that they're going to get something done with Wissa, but it's making me kind of nervous now. So if they win, all is right. Everything's back on title charge. If they don't get 3 points at home, I will.
Panic button?
Not a panic button, but I will start because it's like what I said. I said before the year 14th was fine. My heart is so set on Champions League now that it's just like they have to keep pushing and they have to get the win. So it's the first game of the weekend, 6:30 in the morning. I will be up. I will be jacked up at 6:30 in the morning, coffee, everything. But it's going to be
Little Jack in the coffee?
maybe. It depends. It might be a halftime edition. But it is. I do think Forest will win. I have no idea what the lineup's going to be. Jota Silva, I said this last week too. I'm kind of out on him. I don't want to see him starting. So then it's like, are you doing a back three? What?
Who starts then if Odoi is out?
Right. So Jota Silva played the last game. He's just an energy guy. He's like Ryan Yates as a winger. Like he can't really. You don't want him out there for the full 90, and he's just not that good. So I would like either Ramon Sosa or I'd rather play a back five. I'd rather play a back five or maybe put Dominguez out on a wing and be a little bit more defensive. I do think Forest is the better team, but they've had Southampton game, the second half was ugly. Last week was abysmal. This is like, all right, we win. Then I think they have Fulham. No, they win, and then it's 10 days off before the FA Cup and Fulham are coming up in that next stretch. So this is a big one. Got to have it. but I am starting to get a little bit nervous.
Yeah, you guys are fine. Brighton only get fucking up for one team, and that's Manchester United.
And Arsenal.
They're trophy hunters.
Yeah,
You're not officially a buck that goes on the fireplace for them on the mantle. So.
Arsenal too. They're always up for Arsenal.
Taking Forest, Chief?
I'm taking Forest.
Rudy.
Well, first of all, I walked into the studio today and on Chief's computer was just James McAtee highlights.
I want him so bad.
No way.
I want him so bad.
He's already tweeting about him. He's like, I love this for Matt.
Well, he did. Do you see the clip? Where
What?
he was pulling in, and some kid, he was about to give kid his jersey,
Yeah.
and he realized he had it because he did a loan spell for Sheffield United. The kid was wearing a Sheffield Wednesday, and he like pulled the jersey right back. So
He just
go
said,
fuck
"Nope,
yourself.
nope."
Yeah, which I love that. I love that kind of attitude. Fuck that kid. And
Fuck those
that
kids.
would be the perfect Callum Hudson-Odoi insurance out on the wing, and then that would solve so many problems. I'd be so happy.
I just didn't appreciate
It's
that.
kind of like have you seen the clip of, there was no clip of it at the time, but what's his name? Rory McIlroy was on the podcast with Gary Neville and Roy Keane this week. And when
On the overlap?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
when
he's been on there a couple times.
Yeah, he's a big Man U fan. And when he was a kid, he was in the hotel when they were in Ireland, and Keane was there, and a bunch of the players were there, and McIlroy went up to him and was like, "Can I get an autograph?" And Keane just looked at him and goes, "Not today, kid."
I love Roy Keane.
Yeah, he's the best.
I hate him, but I love him. I love him now that he's not playing.
And so McIlroy was like, "Yeah, my favorite player is Beckham. How could it be Keane?"
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't appreciate that. Made me check Fabrizio real quick. I was like, what did
Well,
something happen?
that is a rumor though. Once
you
the
guys
letter-
are you guys trying to sell him?
how's he ever gonna play
there's
then?
rumors going around that like he wants to get more minutes.
The
and
Cole Palmer.
It's
situation.
setting
The Cole
up.
Palmer
It's setting
situation.
up like Palmer, but I hope not.
Nah, it's
But I think that Forrest, like you're getting him off a 5-0 lashing, like in a weird way. If you're gonna lose a game, losing at 5 rip is
Get all your mistakes out
and weirdly like you kind of get mad. You want to prove who you are. You know what I mean? It's just a question of like, is it gonna be like, okay, no, that was fucked up. We're gonna right the ship, or is it our buttholes tight? You know what I mean? Like, are we losing it right here? Brighton losing to Everton last week.
Yep.
So that you can kind of maybe argue the same thing for them. But I just think that Brighton doesn't scare me. I think Forest are better, and so I like Forest.
Brighton had the ball the entire game against Everton. They had one attempt on target, and it was from like 19 yards out. That's like the Forest model, where it's just you suck them in, let them have the ball. Forest beats them on the counter. I think we're set up tactically to beat Brighton. Like I think it's a favorable matchup from that respect. But I am nervous about that game.
Yeah.
The Forest
Brighton.
game. Forest Brighton at home. Forest. I mean, this is gonna tell me.
Took Forest.
No, this is gonna. I was just processing, because I was looking up the Newcastle one. This game's gonna tell me everything I need to know about Forest, because the temperature. I mean, all these games are telling us everything we need to know about everybody that's up there, because the temperature, honestly, from 2 to 6 is pretty hot.
Yep.
If it goes left for Forest and it goes right for two other teams, they could drop down out of those Champions League positions. So it's a big spot. We'll see how they respond, especially coming off the L. And that's the thing. You guys have just not been. You've just been on that crazy ass run, man. That crazy ass run where you've been having good results, playing well. You haven't been in a position like this, so I don't have really anything to go back on to try see how you responded in nervous. nervy
the
situations.
City game was the last pumping they had, and they won immediately.
But that was before. They started. He's dreaming now. He's now dreaming.
No, they were still top 4 then.
They were.
He now no, but now he now expects Champions League now. They're now dreaming now. It's now you can smell it. You can you can smell it. You can feel it. So
when they had that stretch in the middle of the year where they lost to Newcastle at home, away to you guys.
What month was that?
This is all November. They beat Ipswich, and then they got pumped by City 3-0 at the Etihad, and that loss dropped Forest from 6th to 7th.
And that's what you can afford right now.
Right. So ideally, Forest gets 3. Liverpool gets 3. So then Bournemouth, we're back 7 points ahead of Bournemouth. You guys draw, so we're 1 behind you, and then
what does City do?
City would be
for
then
you?
then we'd be 5 up on City. So like there is a
City's still behind you. Okay.
City's still behind us. Yeah, they're 3 points behind us now. So if you guys draw, we're 1 behind you and 5 ahead of them if we get the win and Liverpool gets a win. This is a big weekend.
It's getting tight
for dreaming.
It's getting tight. It's getting tight, and you can't. It's a big spot. Do I think you can do it? Brighton.
Are you taking Brighton or Forest?
No, I'm trying to think of the Brighton games I've watched recently, man. I'm trying to think of that. I mean, Forest at home. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching.
You know what? I'm taking the draw plus 240. What do you like, Maresh?
It's a tough one.
I haven't faded them yet this year, so I'm not going to start now. Forest money line.
All right.
There is supposedly an offer for Matoma.
I saw that. 80 mil.
Yeah, from
Saudi.
Al Nassr or whatever. So if he's dreaming of money and he's like, maybe I don't want to play in this game, that would be nice.
Is that the Ronaldo one or the Neymar?
I think
that's Ronaldo.
That's Ronaldo. Yeah.
Next game we got Newcastle Fulham. Chief, go.
This is also a good game.
Yeah, I think this. I don't. Maybe it's just because they beat the shit out of Forest in that second half that I still think Newcastle is like a top contending.
They are
team.
a top team.
I think that they get the win here, but they're like they will lose the random game where you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, they struggle against bottom tier teams.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy.
Fulham, they've been good this year, but they've kind of slipped up. And Newcastle, I think, kind of what Chief said, they're kind of up and down, but they got a little juice right now. I like Newcastle in this one.
Za.
Fulham has a tendency to surprise. I think this is going to be a draw. And for those people that like Ola Aina's Snapchat and all that, Alex Iwobi is doing the exact same thing in that Fulham dressing room with like Calvin Bassey, Ryan Sessegnon, and them. It's also pretty fun. So check that out.
I'm gonna go with Fulham on the upset here, plus 360.
Would love that.
Fulham. Easy team to beat.
Plus 360?
Easy team to beat. Good teams do it twice in a season. So I'm going to go Newcastle.
All right, last game we're going to touch on is Manchester United at home against Crystal Palace. Manchester United favorite in this game. They're plus 105. Crystal Palace road underdog plus 255. Chief.
I think this is a 1-0 United win.
Wow. Okay.
I might even do exact score on that one.
Wow, you're feeling confident, Rudy.
I mean, it's a tricky one. Like, Crystal Palace. Like, what are they?
No one knows, and no one knows what United is.
No, exactly. So I mean, but I'll defect to hate, and in that way,
go with Palace.
And I'm gonna go with Palace.
I love hate.
Yeah.
So.
Can I get a delusion check before I?
Yes, Maresh.
If Maresh can go first before I.
United. I don't think will win very easily. We took us until like the 60th minute to score our first goal against FCSB. Couldn't tell you what the two letters SB stand for. But yeah, I think if we hold out this result, about 10 minutes left, there'll be 3 wins in a row. I think that we should beat Palace, but they did hold us to a stalemate at Selhurst Park. So I just don't think they have much going forward. Didn't they just get stomped last week? The 16-year-old kid on his debut scored a goal.
Yeah, S.A. whatever his name is.
Yeah, they lost 2-1 to Brentford.
Okay.
Yeah,
S.A.
So I think we could win this 1-0 very easily. I like that score.
Za.
What answer do you want, Nicky Smokes? My heart or my brain?
Heart.
My heart?
His heart is Palace.
Palace all the way! Palace all the way! JP Mateta, he's going to do it. You know what? This prick was making fun of me when fucking Mateta scored. Was it I can't remember if it was the cup one or the league game that we played against Palace. And he sent me a message. I was over in the UK busy sending me, boom, your guy did it to you in your face. And,
no, I wasn't about JP. It was about your guy.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That deserves a test.
That deserves a test.
You have been Eddie Nketiah's biggest hog rider all year. And then he scores and he celebrates against Arsenal. That's funny.
No, that's
funny.
Eddie's my guy. The Mateta thing, I forgot what. Am I making this?
No,
up?
we just like to sing that song.
No.
Boom, boom, boom.
All that being said,
you think United's gonna win, don't you?
So my heart says Palace. My head says United might sneak the draw. Most likely, United. I think United maybe 2-1.
Okay, I'm gonna take the draw plus 245. That's going to wrap up this episode of Pitch Picks. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't already, like, comment, share the pod with some friends, and we will see you guys on Monday for the Match 24 recap. Thanks for listening.